We don't even have access to use our back Yeah, not only that, we can't use the upstairs because we've got a double deadbolt on that door over there. So, told you, they're here.
Officer LD.
Just to inform you guys, I consent to being audio and video recorded, just so you guys know you guys are also being audio and video recorded for my protection by YouTube and Mixer.
Okay.
How's your guys' night going?
Pretty good. How's you? How are you?
Having to wake up to her telling me that our landlord is here.
Our landlord has a very distinct voice, and as soon as I heard it, I went, whoa, whoa, whoa. She's not supposed to be here till tomorrow.
Is what I heard her tell my wife over the phone. Now, this is the only weapon that I own.
Okay.
And actually, that's got to come with me to work. I was looking for that. It's supposed to be my backpack.
As soon as I heard, this is why officers ask me, do I own any guns? No.
Gotcha.
I don't want to ever own a gun until I get fully mentally checked.
Okay.
Because I still don't know what the fuck's wrong with me. 27 psychiatry appointment denials. So when I'm waking up hearing my landlord's here and I'm grabbing that, that's just an automatic.
So what's the history there? Like, what's she do?
So part of the history is when she was down. Well, let's see. It was back when I first called you guys about her. She was very derogatory towards me, as in
she was being discriminatory
towards my mental status. Bipolar, PTSD, depression, anxiety, insomnia, ADD, ADHD, OCD.
Discriminatory how? Like statements or
statements? Yeah,
statements
as in like you were
called
nothing
him a
but
retard and a podcast.
A punk ass bitch. In that my wife needs to get her little boy,
her little
on a
bitch
leash.
boy dog on a leash.
Yeah,
and she also threatened him over the phone. From my understanding, because he was walking up the hill here, and
my favorite hill to skate, by the way.
She was screaming at me over the phone at that point after she got off the phone with him.
Because all I was doing was just 59.18 RCW 59.18 RCW 59.18. That's all I was doing.
Basically, we're just asking her to give us a written statement saying she's going to come over for an inspection.
Okay.
Which is by law.
She doesn't want to do that. She wants to send us a text message or do it verbally. And we're just like, no.
She snapped at my wife over the phone.
Okay. Has she made...
Because we just fell asleep.
Okay.
Down at the West Seattle precinct.
That happened at the precinct?
No, I stayed walking. I stayed walking up the hill, and trust me, it's when I say that that's my favorite hill. Let's see. You see full face. You see purple. You see longboard. It was very, very hard for me to continue walking up that hill and to come home and not turn around. Because when
So when did the threat happen?
This was
2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, maybe.
Almost a month ago.
Sorry, I'm shaking because I'm cold.
She shouted at you as you were walking up the hill?
I was on the phone.
Oh, it was on the phone.
Yeah, I was on the phone, and she was telling me that she was going to go and file charges against me down at the police precinct. I'm like, which one are you at? Because I'll meet you there. She's like, I'm at the West Seattle precinct. Is your longboard fast enough, little fucking punk boy? Come on down here, and I'll whoop your ass as they're putting you in handcuffs.
Okay.
It's just like we did nothing to her to get all this negativity. Not only that, we got over a barrel because she keeps harassing us, saying, "Well, you guys need to comply with me because I know you can't pay your rent." our rent's being fully paid by a corporation, and we have a $200 rent check for her, which is our portion that we pay. So her doing that is against the Landlord-Tenant Act, of course. But
what's her name?
Virginia.
And actually, if there's still mail in her
In the mailbox.
in the mailbox,
Highly doubtful, because she was here today. She probably picked it up.
Yeah.
Virginia. What's her last name?
Fair, I believe that is spelled
Fairr.
Fairr. But you happen to know like her middle initial or anything? Date of birth? Nothing.
No.
Okay. Phone number for her?
Here, hold on.
Yeah, please.
She was somewhat decent today. She snapped at first, and then she gave me a call back after she thought about it and said, "Yeah, I can pick up the money order tomorrow." And I'm like, "Okay." And she apologized for being a bit snooty with me, but
I need to use the restroom real quick. That's all right.
it's just,
sure.
it's just the fact that we're tired of this, her not following the Landlord-Tenant Acts that we're requesting. So it's 206-724-9104.
9104.
Granted, she came over to apparently talk to the upstairs neighbors. But we were just like, wait a minute, whoa, what is she doing here? And of course, because she keeps saying, well, I have every right to enter the property no matter what you say. I can enter whenever I want. I own the building. Which she cannot. It is, that would be breaking and entering. And she thinks she's all entitled for some reason because she owns the property. She threatened to evict us.
When was that?
This was the same day that she was screaming at me after getting off the phone with him.
Okay.
She said, I can get you evicted within 2 effing weeks, and then called him a bunch of names over the phone at me, and said if we don't comply with whatever she tells us we need to do, that she can get us evicted, that we can pack her shit and leave that night. I hung up on her because that is not true. She can't do that, and we haven't done anything to get evicted.
Yeah.
Our rent's been paid. We've been keeping
the property following what she asked, which is smoke outside. Don't smoke inside.
Which that was verbal, by the way. Our
Our
I'll
case
smoke
manager
inside,
through
I don't
Rapid
care.
Housing looked through our entire lease, and it says nothing about no smoking inside.
I smoke my pot inside because it's law. Sorry.
Kosher with her and say, okay, well, we can do that. We froze our asses off out here during COVID.
But
You
yeah,
know, but
she tried, because I mean, I think you and I have talked about her trying to tell me to go up to the park and smoke my cannabis. Yeah.
So, did you contact the police in the past for her threats?
yes,
Okay.
I'm honestly wanting to press charges. Problem is, though, is that
we don't want to have too bad of a time, you know, when our lease comes up, because we'd like to get our deposit back.
Okay.
And it's just the
So
fact
what are you looking for from me? Just to report them?
that,
Documenting this?
I'm wanting to press charges, in all honesty, especially after she's sitting there and calling me a retard. That's making fun of me for my mental status.
Okay, so what are you wanting to press charges for? Because
there's a law on it. It's a discriminatory law. I know that.
why don't we wait on pressing any charges and see what else she does?
She's gonna be over here supposedly at 10 a.m. tomorrow. I'm not opening this door for her. If she shows up, I want Seattle PD here as well.
okay, if she shows up and you want to see her, just give us a call.
Because
I just
I can't mentally handle it anymore.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I love this city. I love this state. It's the very first state to legalize cannabis, and I thought years ago that I would never see the day that cannabis would become legal. And now I'm having to move to an illegal state.
You're gonna move somewhere?
Yeah, we're moving to Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Oh.
yeah, because it's too expensive up here for us.
Gotcha.
At 475 job applications denied in 4 months.
That's
I just
a lot
put
of job
put in my 476th this morning to Capstone Logistics out here in Seattle. Again, 27 psychiatry appointment denials. One of them right out of here over at neighborhood care. Yeah, so I'm done with this state. I lived on the street since 2013 up in this goddamn state. I've been arrested. I've gone to jail over my daughter because I decided to break a protection order that was placed against the municipal court in downtown
So
Seattle.
that his daughter could have diapers and something to eat, and he got arrested for
Formula.
it.
And
Well,
actually
yeah,
have a father.
as far as
So-
protection orders go, it's pretty.
Yeah, I
it's
know.
it's
Yeah,
law.
I know.
It's law,
Yeah.
but at that
It's
time
just-
it was
it's-
I didn't fucking care. I would have gone to jail over my daughter. That's my flesh and blood. I'm
Mhm.
sorry, you guys would do the same exact thing, even as officers of the law. You know, if you guys
I
were in my
would.
same position, you know, you guys would have done the same exact thing. You know, especially if you're living out of a tent and you're trying to make sure that your daughter's fed. You know, even though that she's housed, you know, you'll go to great lengths to do what you have to do. To make
That's a
sure
tough
that
situation.
happens. You
So
know?
here's the incident number for this here at the bottom. That's me and my serial number.
But yeah, basically, we just want all this documented.
Okay.
And.
And I think I got your badge number the last time that you were here. So
And collected so that
think
if she
so.
does try to process an eviction order
Uh-huh.
or take us to court for any reason, we have all of this stated
Okay.
that she's been harassing us, that she's threatened us, that she's been discriminatory,
Mhm.
she's tried to evict us unlawfully. You know, she's tried to say she can gain entry at any time whatsoever, you know,
Mhm.
and we're trying to go about this the right way without, you know,
Definitely.
causing any trouble for either side.
Mhm.
But at the same time, we're afraid she's going to do something stupid. And
Gotcha.
we just want to cover all of our bases
Mhm.
because we've been following everything she's asked.
What
And
is she looking for exactly when she comes here? If you don't mind me.
She wants to gain
anything
entry
and
for an
anything and everything
inspection.
that she's able to try to
And
hold over our head.
She,
Mhm.
because she's here looking for a reason to evict us.
Right. When you said the inspection, what is she looking for?
She
What
wants
is
to
she
come
doing?
over and check the property to make sure that
Sorry, I thought I
we
had
haven't
nothing
smoked
else.
inside,
Okay.
that everything, that we're completely clean and tidy, as in everything in its place.
How
spick
often
and
does she
span.
do that?
She actually has stopped for about the past 3 weeks.
Is it
Come on.
one time a week, or is she coming
It's
over
been
every
multiple
day?
time-
Or what?
It-
She hasn't
it's-
come over, but she
hold
texted
on, babe, I do
here, hold on,
apologize.
text messages.
It's kind of sad to where I'm afraid that she comes over every day to where I don't leave this house.
Has she been coming over every day?
I don't know. That's why I'm paranoid because of it.
And then she tried to unlawfully move us to a different place, which could have caused another eviction on both of our backgrounds
Mhm.
by trying to move us and our lease to a different property, which would have made the lease null and void and an eviction put on our backgrounds.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, it's been it's been forever, like every month, every week. You know, it's just been over and over and
Has she
over
just
and
been
over
showing
and
up?
over.
She hasn't been sending you a letter saying.
No,
that-
she
hasn't been
keeps-
saying anything.
She keeps sending me a text message thinking that's the correct way of sending us a 24-hour notice.
Mhm.
And it's not
Has
even
the text
24
message been
Yeah.
within 24 hours?
It is every single time. Problem is that the law states that a text message is
And our case manager, Omari,
even
he
even
Yeah,
wants
that
her,
part I'm not sure about. I'm just thinking if she notifies you 24 hours ahead of time, I don't know
It
if
even
she's got
states
legal
in our-
standing on that.
it
or not.
has-
That's something that you're gonna have to.
in our lease,
Look
it
for in the
specifically
report.
states a written letter
That's what
of
the lease says.
24-hour
And-
notice.
Okay.
and what the
Okay,
law
well,
states.
that's what the
And-
lease says.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
Omari even stated, he goes, no, here's the revised code of Washington. Here's where it says she needs to give you a written documentation of 24-hour entry. You know, he goes, do not accept a text message.
Right.
You know, 'cause-
So we're not accepting the text message. We want that written piece of paper
Mhm.
in our
Right.
hand or on our door.
And that's why we don't get involved with written
Yeah,
and
that's-
verbal
it's-
agreements because we don't know the specifics of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
So-
any verbal agreement to my knowledge is just how you guys are. A verbal agreement is technically null and void in the court of law because it's
Yeah.
hearsay.
Mm.
You gotta head back to work.
Yeah, I gotta head
Okay.
back to work. My lunch is over.
Alrighty, but written notices I know can
Mhm.
stand up more, especially if they're signed by both parties.
Mhm.
You know,
Anyways, you guys have a good night.
Yeah, you
Thank you.
it's like it's bad enough to where there's nights to where I don't even go and pick her up from work because I'm afraid my landlord will just randomly show up. Especially after she sat there and says, "Oh yeah, I've had to show up 3 different times back in January just to take down the trash." That raises red flags. I'm like, what the hell are you doing on my property?
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's
that's the
not-
last time I
that's
talked
not-
to you guys. I think it might have been about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was
maybe
about-
a month or so ago. I'm not sure the exact date.
I mean,
But I know you guys were telling me then that you were planning on moving and you were going to Arkansas.
yeah.
And,
It sucks, you know, because Ashley, she's class of '06 out of Ballard High. You know, I was gonna be class of '08 out of Cedar Crest High School up in Duval. You know, I mean, I have my old Cedar Crest or my old high school security guard's phone number, which he's actually a sergeant of the Duval Police Force and a detective.
Oh, cool.
I actually called him last week just to vent to him and tell him, look, this is what's going on. And he's like, shit, dude. He's like, if I could, I'd come and get you and bring you out here because you'd have a psych appointment immediately. I'm like, drive your squad car. He's like, I can't. I'm like, the taxpayers pay for it.
yeah. You can't do that.
You know, yeah, I know. You know,
That's right.
but you know, it's just because that's how he is with me. You know, he's known me ever since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, he knows my mental state. You know, he knows what I've been through, what I haven't been through. You know, he's just like, yeah, you definitely need help. And when I get a call from my cousin telling me, hey, dude, you moved down here to Arkansas, you got a job and a psych appointment your first week.
It's not a bad deal.
I don't know. And I also talked with him earlier today too about if he's able to find a place. I mean, because we're looking for places too while we're up here. Said if he's able to find a place to shit, we're only paying $200 out of our rent the next till June. I said we don't mind having to send you $300-400 to help with rent until we get down there.
Wow.
You know, because 3-bedroom, 2-bath house on an 1.5 acre property is about $1,000. That's just the rent though. You know, you can't get that up.
No,
not at all. Especially the 1.5 acre property.
You know, 1.5 acre of property, you're looking at maybe $2 million, and that's up in snow.
All right. Well, I'll get this written up for you. And if she shows up, you know, like you said, said she might tomorrow. And
that's also what I wanted to ask before you guys left. If she texts us telling us that she's here, as in like she's parked down at the end of the driveway, do I call you guys?
If you think you need to, yeah.
Okay.
What is her intention when she comes here?
She's
inspection or
she's
what?
coming here to what our knowledge is that she's just coming here to pick up the rent check. You know, but at the same time, I don't know what could happen, especially after our last confrontation over the phone.
Do you have a mailbox outside that you can just leave it without even having to make contact with her?
Mailbox is right down at the end of the driveway.
Okay.
So
I mean,
I can. Yeah, more than likely.
Even if she can just put it in a mailbox and walk off and leave your receipt there, you can pick it up later. That way, you guys won't have to have any contact with each other. She doesn't have to speak to you in order to leave your receipt.
Yeah, no, that I do know. That's what I was thinking about doing too. It's just one, she was also talking with the guy. She had to go back to work, so I will definitely talk with the wife about that. Hopefully she gets another break. I'm not sure, but if she does, I'll be talking with her about that to see if that can't be an outlet that we can't take. So then the wife can just text our landlord tonight saying your rent check is in the mailbox.
Yeah, just leave it in
because
the mailbox,
because I don't want to have like any more contact with her at all.
You guys don't need to contact each other.
Yeah, like,
and I'd probably take a picture of the rent check just in case you don't get a receipt. You know, she doesn't leave it in there, then you have to track her down to try and get a receipt for that.
Yeah.
Just take a picture of the check and then put the check in the box.
Yeah, so then I'm covered on all bases, basically. Okay. Yeah, because I actually had to call Rapid Rehousing today because I was hearing one thing from our landlord through her phone, which was like right here. You guys can't afford your rent anyways. The program's paying for it all. So we called the program, talked with my case manager's manager, and I said, how much? I said, I'm wanting some clairvoyance. Like, I don't want to jump to conclusions. So, like, I know that Omari told us that he was going to write a rent check for $1,050. That's what he told us when he was here. I have it on audio and video recording, you know. So, and she's like, hold on, let me actually go and double check. And she says, stay on the phone. Okay. She didn't even place me on hold. She just set the phone down on her desk, went and checked, and she's like, yep, it's $1,050. You guys are covered. All you guys have to do is just have that 200. Got it. Yeah. Thank you so much.
It sounds like they're discussing a little bit too much of your business with the landlord. It's not the landlord's business how you pay your rent, as long as your rent is paid.
Yeah, exactly.
So you might need to have a little discussion with them.
Well, we already have
information of yours that they're putting out there.
Yeah, I mean,
she shouldn't care how you get the money as long as you get it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, because that's what I was talking with her about that today. I'm like, she shouldn't be knowing that. I'm like, and I know for a fact that you guys aren't telling her anything.
We don't know your business like that.
Yeah, exactly. You know, but that's basically how I brought it across. I'm like, but still, it's kind of worrisome to where I'm having a landlord sitting there screaming at me, telling me that I can't afford shit.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can afford things. That was for free. The wheels were for free. The trucks were for free. The grip tape was for free. The slide gloves were for free. That skateboard right there was only paid for $60 down at the Fremont Indoor Skate Park. The Xbox, $199. That TV, $40. That computer, $80.
Yeah.
It's a piece of shit computer, but it fucking works. I can't afford things.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's just like how you said, how she gets her fucking money.
Mm-hmm.
She shouldn't have to question anything as long as she's getting her money.
Mm-hmm.
Same exact thing with me.
Mm-hmm.
I get my money. Am I sitting there hustling? No. Selling weed's illegal still by the state of law. Selling opiates is illegal. I only take one prescription drug, and that's my Desmo. Hello, what did I read? That's it. I stopped taking everything else. Everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I sat there and I started looking at the laws for growing cannabis here in Washington State. I'm like, well, shit. By law, you can have up to 4 plants. By law. The office, but see, here's the thing, though, is that if you're a private citizen of Washington State, it states that law enforcement officers are allowed 24-hour access to any and all grow operations, including anything that is over 15 plants. 15 is the minimum for a medical license carrier. I actually used to work for one up in Basel. He was doing it way the fuck out there, though. He had more than 15 and more than 3 licenses. You kidding? I started work. I found out that he was growing after finding his dog, and he gave me a 1/4 ounce for free. What? What are you doing every day? Well, I'm either skating or I'm staying at my tent. Well, come on over. You can trim bud for me. I'll pay you in pot and I'll pay you in cash. Sweet. I got money for food. I got money for cigarettes, and I have weed to have to smoke for free. I don't even have to go to a goddamn dispensary.
Anything else you need from us?
Nah, man, that's everything.
All right.
You
I
guys
hope you get this behind you, all right?
Man, honestly, like I said, I hate to leave the state, but you know, there's greener pastures elsewhere.
Absolutely.
You know, so
All right.
have a good night, gentlemen. Be safe. Yeah, I am guitar. I am definitely going through it. Landlord stopped by today without us knowing, and you know, I mean, if you heard the video earlier, you know, it's very, very like, yeah. Hold on, let me fucking sit down and get this set up properly. Hold on, guys. Trying to, and we're still dealing with the fucking bullshit with our landlord. So it's one thing after fucking another, I guess. It's bullshit. I cannot wait to get the fuck out of the States. It's sad to say, I know, but I just can't wait to get out of here. So that's the update for you guys. Yeah. I mean, I think I have videos up on my YouTube that explain a lot of them. I'm not entirely sure, though. That's the thing. So yeah, talk with the cops. Cops may be back tomorrow. I'm not sure. Hoping to not have to make any contact with them, with our landlord. So, but everybody, I'm going to hop off of here. I do apologize. I got no weed to smoke.